Just the Unlimited Series 3, Episode 11, titled Ancient Egypt. And this episode is really good. And, it's not a surprise. I mean, it's written by comic book legend Jeff Johns, really. I mean, the only complaint I have with this episode is the pacing of it is in the first, first part of the episode is very, very slow. But the story is that, the Shadow Thief has captured Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Hawkman, and basically them witnessing a story of the first carnation in Egypt of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And when we jump into Egypt, it is some beautiful storytelling, well written moments out for it. I mean, it is basically, here's the thing, it is the queen falling in love with the king's best friend story, but it delves in such good emotion and drama and out through the great performances from the actors, great writing that Johns has written for this episode. It's such a well written thing. I mean, even to the point when we go back to modern day, you feel the stakes and you feel everything that comes towards it. And when we find out, where the Shadow Thief comes from, you're like, crap, that makes logical sense. And of course, you got the ending where, Green Lantern tells Hawkgirl that, when Batman and Wonder Woman and himself, got traveled back to the future, he found out that him and Hawkgirl had a kid. And you got this beautiful scene, like the last 30 seconds is just Batman typing on the back computer. He turns his head, sees Hawkgirl, and she basically says, "Tell me about my son." That is a beautiful way to wrap up this episode. This is a really good episode. It's a really good love story, a good tragic love story. And of course, I thought the Shadow Thief was one particular character, like the show thought you were, but yeah, this is such a well written episode in through and throughout.